Welcome to our weekly design review. So we have 3 designs from the members, and as you all know, my name is Tunji and I'm the founder of Ceasar Graphix and Ceasar Graphix Academy. So today I'm going to be checking out what each creatives did not do well and what they did well on their project, and I'm going to share how they can improve on their next project. All right, so I'm going to share my screen now with you guys so you guys can see what I have here. So this is the first design, and the issue I have with this is not really much. All right, I like the look of the project, but the problem with this is the contents are too close to the margin. All right, I would advise this designer to watch out for this. So always avoid, if I don't place anything on your margin, all right, the only thing I believe you can place on your margin are maybe like titles that you want to make consistent on your brochure or your magazine project. But when it comes to menu project like this, please avoid this. And for those of you that don't know what the margin means, I'm going to show you guys now. So this is it here. So look at this. See here, this space here. All right, don't always place anything close to it. When you place content on this space here, it's not going to help the project. And these are things that most organizations always watch or check out on our portfolio that made them know, okay, this person is suitable for the post that we want to employ him. And then the other thing I noticed this designer did not do well here is there's no space. All right, the space between this information here is not although some clients may like it like this, but for me, I still hope to see more of, adding more space between this. All right, at least there should be space. All right, at least something like this on each of the items here. Okay, and what I like that this designer did here is using color to separate each of the different type of category of the food from the restaurant. I like this concept. This is beautiful. Then the other thing that I believe that if this designer do it well on the project, it will even make this look more professional, is making everything here align. All right, this type of layout is not always okay. I'm referring to this. Look at this. Then we now go down, then this, like this, down, this goes in. I'm not doing it well. Here, this goes in, comes out, then this goes in again, comes out, in again. Now this is not really okay. And then this now comes out here. No, this is not okay. So what I expect this person to do is this. I'm going to make a copy of this and I'll just draw. I'm going to be really fast with this so you guys can get my point now. So now if I hit Ctrl H now, you see how neat everything is. So let's just check out the before and after. So this is the after and this is the before. Now you see how well arranged everything here is. So another issue I have is this here. This space here is too tight. All right, it's too tight. Please always give space for your content, your content. So great, this is too close to this. Yeah. All right, so yeah, so what I advise this person to do is avoid making your element too close to your margin, and then make sure your contents are well aligned. You did a good job with the color separation. I mean, by using similar color to create reputation on the project. So let's go straight to the second design. All right, so here I think we have similar issue again. So if I hit view now and I click on new guide, yeah, you see So elements are too close to the margin, and then the logo is also close to the margin. So, but the problem I have with this project is just the layout. All right, the layout is not it's not really okay. All right, it's not really okay. I know the designer is trying as much as possible to allow room for white space, but the way you now play with the white space here is not okay. Now, I always tell you guys that using white space too much at times always make it look like something is missing on the project. So the space we have in between these columns here is too much. So I expect this designer to move this. Oops. Let me see. So move this close to this. And then the same thing with this. So this can still go this smaller. All right. Then the other thing I noticed that you did not do well here, or this designer did not do well here, is the controlling of the eye movements. All right. The first one is the layout. The second one is the controlling of the eye movement well on the project. These two bars here are too big. All right. They are too big. So what I'm going to say, so many things is affecting this project. All right. But what I'm going to say to this person is, whenever you're asked to work on design projects with too many information like this, the first thing you need to do is to use columns. All right, always use columns on your projects. The columns will help you with maintaining your white space well. All right, it will help you with maintaining your white space well. And yeah, I think that's just what I'll say on this project. But if you're this designer, please check more of designs that carry too many information with good layouts. All right, please spend time watching those type of design. When you do that, it will make you find it easy working on project like this. Most time when I have information like this on my project that carry too many information like this, what I do is that I go to check designs that I go to check brochure designs. There's a website I go to check good brochure design layout, and that website is Behance. So if you go to Behance and you type brochure design, all right, I'm sure you see different type of in fact, you don't even need to put design, just a corporate brochure. You see different brochure designs from brands of from designers that just want people to know how good they are, and they use that to come up with your own layouts. Okay, and the other thing you also need to do is, please, controlling your eye movement is also important. All right, there should be something that you're going to use to draw attention, which is, I like the way you use this character here. And when it comes to doing photo manipulation on your project, please guys, I want every one of you to always pay attention to this, or try understand the light on your subject. Now the reason why I'm saying this is this. Now you don't see that there are simple things that you don't take serious, that they are what is affecting the success of your design. So if you look at the footwear of this lady here, you see there's this yellowish light here, or lemon light here. So what I expect this designer to do is to push this down and change the color to white or gray because of the floor here, all right, or because of this background here. So most time, the right use of unity on your project, all right, the right use of unity on your project is part of what always make it look successful. So I expect this designer to change this. All right, just make this color, and you see there's this unity on that part of the project. All right, now the shadow you place below the lady is beautiful. It's just that light part that I noticed you need to work on. All right, so yeah, that's for that on this. And then on our last design here, you see there's this combining images well that always make good design successful. All right. I know most creatives always try to tell the story. I know we always want to tell the story and to make the design look attractive. But when we're doing this, don't let us do it in such a way that it will not look like this is not balanced. Now, the reason I'm saying this here is the combination of using, this silhouette here, and then we now have this clock on this chair here. So I know the title of the design is saying 120 minutes with the king. The way you play with it here, I don't think is really okay. All right, it's not really okay. Most time when we're asked to work on church posters, we should always learn to picture the church poster the way we see movie posters. In fact, movie posters, church posters, they share similar style. All right, they share similar style. So you will never see a movie poster with this illustration. All right, of maybe an illustration of two images and then there's a vector. The only time you do that is maybe the only time you see that most time on movie poster is if the project is talking, if the movie is about maybe the comedy movie poster. But for a serious event like this, I don't expect to see a vector on the illustration. Then the other thing that I think this designer need to work on again here is, even if you're combining two images together, please try make the colors balance. That's the first thing. Then number two is try make the shadow on the on the manipulation, the photo manipulation balance. In fact, the two things you all need to work on if you really want to be a good photo manipulator is, first, make sure that you learn how to you understand shadow. Then the second one, which is very important, is the color grading, where you combine the two color, you make the color on the two illustration blend. If you can do this too well, making good photo manipulation is going to, you're going to find it easy making good photo manipulation. Then the other thing I'm going to say on this project is, see guys, you don't just get pictures to illustrate the information on the project without not checking if the picture is suitable for the project. I know this designer decided to use this clock here because the artwork is saying something about time, which is 120 minutes. But if you check the clock here, you see the hour and the minutes. That's the longer hand, the longer hand and the shorter hand. They're already facing a particular angle, and you don't know when the meeting is going to end. Okay, let's say you even know when the meeting is going to start, which is 12 a.m. But looking at this, your clock here is showing like this hand is on 2 and this one is on maybe 10. And that did not help the project. So whenever you're using illustration on your project, or you're trying to pass a message with the illustration on your project, try to see what is not helping on the illustration. Don't use the illustration because, okay, yes, you've gotten the right image. All right. In fact, when you get the right image, the next thing you need to do is check, okay, what is not helping on this illustration that I need to take out, and what can I add to it to help the project. All right. That's that. And then for every one of you, please, whenever you're working on design project, you're trying to create an illustration, you're trying to create an illustration to pass the message to the audience, please try come up with something that is simple that will pass the message to the audience fast. All right. If the design is talking about 120 minutes with the king and priest, don't go and look for a picture of king with a chair, the priest, and where they're having the meeting. No. Even if you're going to combine two images together to pass the message, make it just too simple. Make it combine them in such a way that people will see them as one, which is what I noticed that this designer did here. All right, by placing the clock on the chair, but is not strong enough to pass the message. I'm telling you, it's not strong enough to pass the message, because what we have here, in fact, this chair can be for one chief. All right, it can be for a chief, and then the way we now have this silhouette here is out of it. It's out of it. So because I want you guys to understand my points here, I decided to do the redesigned version of this. And then another thing I want you to do again is, please, never use a script type on a small text size. It's not going to be visible. It's not always visible, but I always make script type big. All right. And yeah, so that's for this. And I'm going to show you guys my version of this. This is what I came up with after, checking every information on the project. So here I decided to use this chess king because I know most people, when they see this piece here, they already know that this is a king. And then, since I don't know when the meeting is going to end, it's better for me not to use a clock that is not moving, and then use a sign of time to depict that clock. All right. And then why I decided to do the double exposure here is I try to make the two elements, I try to put them together so they can pass the message and not make the project look too busy. And that's why I decided to choose this double exposure option here. And because I have this drama here on the artwork, I try as much as possible to use more of white space, because I want people to find it easy to see the drama that I acted here with the illustration. All right. So I hope you guys learned something today. So please, whenever you're trying to do photo manipulation on your project, make it simple so people can, that's if you're combining more than one element, so people can find it easy to see what you have on the illustration. And yeah, so I'm going to stop here today, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's design review. So if you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, or share this video with your graphic design friends and family. And if there's anything you want me to know or you want to share with me, you can drop it in the comment section, and I'm going to get back to you. So thank you everyone for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.